I'm going to go ahead and start recording. So we are doing a village support group for the leaders, and we couldn't find one time that everybody could manage it. So we have about 7 people that are doing something today, or there was about 10. I think who all made it on the call? I think 9 showed up on the call last night. So altogether, everybody should feel very supported and feel really good, hopefully. So a couple of things that we're going to specifically talk about is I've got like 4 topics I want to show you guys, but then I want to give just a little bit of time for you guys to connect and just feel the community and just know what's going on with the other leaders who are here in doTERRA, also in Orlando. And we do have one friend who probably is tuning in today from Utah, which will be kind of a whole separate adventure. Okay, so I'm going to start by asking you guys a question about being able to kind of connect in the future with y'all regarding using one of the little texting systems called Remind. It would be the kind of thing that hang on a second, looks like there might be someone else. No, oh wait, here. Oh, okay, I get it. Dan, you were just letting me know that you're here with Natalia. Is that the deal? Probably. Okay, because I saw that. Okay, I was thinking I had to like let you in from the waiting room or something like that. Okay, all right, and now we have Stephanie, and then if Dan's on, okay, so we know we're having 6. That's a pretty good amount of people. All right. Let me. Okay, so I would like to know from you guys if you'd be willing to opt in to a little group that I can make through a thing called Remind, where I'm able to like for what I'm doing now, if we're having like a support call or something like that, to be able to not have to like individually text, you know, all 19 of you or whatever, you know, people who are, you know, doing something either sharing or building with doTERRA and want to be connected to our group. If I can have you guys jump into a group called Remind, and have it be specifically for letting you know about things that just people who are kind of like leading and, you know, at least at the sharing level, wanting to do this as a business. And that would help me be able to plug you guys into some resources a little bit easier, just, you know, with my time availability. Is that something you guys would be open to? Can I see some thumbs up if your video is on? I see some smiles from Marcella. All right. And then I can also, if you guys are, you know, driving or something at the time, I can let you guys know. Oh, let's see. So Tammy Jo says she can't hear anyone, is going to try to connect with the computer. That's so annoying. Poor thing. I hate that too. See if she's going to, no, that won't, I guess I can't do it from this space anyway. Poor Tammy Jo, she probably just has to figure out how to connect their computer. Anyway, we will have to work through some of these kinds of things. All right, so if the Remind group works, then we can also, let me show you real quick how to do the, I'm going to share my screen and show you about how to do the Facebook group, because if you are not already part of the Power Leaders Facebook group and you want to be, now this is more for people who aren't necessarily.
Hi.
Hey, Tammy Jo, we can hear you now. Yay.
I like can't hear you at all, so I'm like really struggling. I have to like put it up to my ear.
Oh, can the rest of you guys hear me okay? All right, I'll turn my volume up.
I feel like I should, you guys looking at my ear, if I do that, I feel so weird. Hello.
That's so cute.
I'm gonna maybe turn the camera off so that I can actually do that, so I can just like hear you guys better.
Okay, yeah, sounds good.
I
That's
just don't understand like how to make your volume speakerphone. If any of you guys know that.
Oh, yeah. Does anyone know?
Off here now.
That's a good question. I'm not sure. I forget what it looks like on mobile. I do usually jump in.
Okay. Am I like off the video?
Yeah, you're off video now.
Okay, great. So I can just talk. Did you ask me something?
So yeah, let me go ahead and unshare my screen. Would you go ahead and number one is and wanting to kind of stay connected to the other people in the group. There's several fun things going on. One is I've got Marcella, another person leading an online webinar, and then Tammy Joe, you are going to be doing some sort of live event with your friend Kat sometime this month.
Yeah.
And I would love to hear what you have planned, like over in the, let's see, you're not considered Audubon Park area. What are you considered? Do you consider like Winter Park?
Where I'm at? Yeah, I'm in Winter Park.
Okay, cool. Yeah, tell me what you have in mind for that, just so that other people, especially if other people are in the Winter Park area and they want to be able to also invite to the same locale.
Yes,
So
that would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just kind of I really wanted to like host my own like emotional wellness oil class. So mine's going to be very much kind of driven towards feeling. So like the second, I'm just gonna open it up to like women and like like honestly, I think there's just a lot going on right now too with the ways of the world, and I feel like July was really hard on a lot of people, and then we've got like people that do back to school. Back to school just started, and like it's almost like another season starting. And I feel like it's important to now kind of bring people in and let them know that you can also use essential oils to just take care of yourself emotionally in the midst of everything else that's so heavy. So Kat and I that's my new intern that I have working for me. And honestly, when I first got her on board, one of our very first meetings at my house, I had her put on some essential oils right away. So we did a protocol immediately that kind of just, I was like, I think I just did, I think I did one of Desiree Megan Dogg's that was like Bliss Pop. And I was like, I just want to get our creative juices going. Like, we're here to be creative. We're here to like, open up ourselves and do the best work possible and help each other move forward in our careers. So I did Bliss Pop, and sure enough, and she went the next day, she went home and she was like, oh my God, what the heck did you just do to me? And she was like, that was incredible. I've never, ever, ever put oils on like that before. I just pop them in the diffuser or whatever and done. And she's like, I've never done anything like that before. She's like, that was incredible. And so she's great because she's kind of like, she's kind of mirroring me and like, she's like, this is part of your lifestyle. This stuff, like, this is something people want to know how to do. How do you like lock in creativity when there's so many distractions and blah, blah, blah. And she's like, people need to know this and you need to talk about it. And it just kind of, was a light bulb to me that since she was so excited about it and it helped her so much that we should definitely start doing classes like that, like creative emotional awareness. With the oil.
Awesome.
Yeah. And it just clicked for me too. Cause I've never really, I'm not good with the sales portion aspect of it. And I expressed that to my intern too. She's like, oh, I can do that. And I was like, oh, well, then I can just be me and talk about oils and how I love them and how they, have healed me and helped me and be creative and be emotionally balanced. And I can have someone else like kind of handle the sales portion, which is where I struggle. So, yeah, I feel like I'm going to be able to start actually having these like monthly emotional creative oils events.
I love that, especially because it's you operating in your strengths and letting others who have different strengths come around you. I mean, that's like the really fun about feeling empowered in your own, yeah, what you do best, and taking care of yourself fully is allowing the space for other people to not only benefit but also to help you. So I love that. That's so, so beautiful. Yay, yay, yay. Thank you.
Yeah, so that's actually, we already have the date. We picked the date today. It's going to be the 21st. It's a Wednesday because I didn't want to compete with your Thursdays because I know you have a lot of Thursdays. So
Gotcha. Okay. So the
it's a Wednesday. If you know of anyone in the Winter Park area or anyone who's expressed interest in the emotional um, well-being of essential oils, send them my way.
Awesome. I do have some people in mind that I think they will love, love, love that. One specifically, I was trying to have a one-on-one with, and we were supposed to meet up today. And her name's Lindsay. I'm sure you'll meet her later, but she specifically told me she has an interest in that. I think she would love all of what you do, also, Tammy Jo. So, yay! Thank you so much for sharing. Let me have Marcella share really quick about what's going on with the online workshop that she's going to be doing. And funny enough, that's actually on the 21st as
Yeah,
well.
that sounds.
So,
Oh, is it really? Oh
yes,
no.
isn't that hilarious? But it'll totally work out fine. Like, it's totally fine for there to be, something going on online.
Yeah, two things going on at the same time. Awesome. I'll actually unmute myself. Okay.
Okay, sure, sounds good.
Or mute. Can
You,
you mute me?
yeah, I may. Let me see. Okay, I think I got you. Okay, go ahead, Marcella. Do you want to tell real quick?
Yeah, so that's awesome. I'm sorry, Tammy. I think that's great. I'm so excited about that too. Maybe next month I'll get people there. But what we're doing on the 21st, one of my enrollees and I are doing an online class because she expressed that she has some people out of town that she would like to do a natural solutions class. So we're going to do this natural solutions class on the 21st. I think we set it at 7:45, Amanda. I think it's 7:45 to 8:45. Technically, it'll probably be more like 7:45 to 8:15. But the idea is to just do a natural solutions class, going through the natural solutions handout and basically explaining what an oil is, how to use them, and how to get them into your house. And the plan is hopefully to invite people early enough that we can ask them. I think on page 3 of the natural solutions handout is that question: what do you want more of in your life, and what do you want less of? So things like more sleep, less stress, things like that. If we can get them to answer that question before they like when they say yes and they're interested, then we would send them a really small sample of peppermint, wild orange, and then a third oil that would hopefully address that kind of like in the class where we would somebody would say less sleep, and we'd say, oh, I mean more sleep. We'd say, oh, well, there's serenity. Why don't you smell that and take a look at that and see how that agrees with you. So that way there's a little bit of interaction, there's a little bit of customization. They get to sample stuff, but it's a quick just intro to essential oils basically, and we could do a little bit of a sell at the end of that call, and then follow up with the people that are on that call. So that's the idea of the 21st. We're also offering that on the 28th, 29th, 30th. I think it's the 30th. I can't remember. After our spoil party, which I'm going to shamelessly plug the spoil party as well, which is a great way to get locals or non-local people, mostly non-local people, but locals too, to sample 6 different products over 6 different days. And I think Amanda and I have had and Natalia have had some pretty good success with that so far. So end of August is going to be our 3rd one. And the idea this time was to do the spoil party from the 25th through the 30th, and right, or the 25th through
the 25th through the 30th. Yep, officially it's the 30th.
And then on the 30th, offer that intro class as a final, like, hard sell, so to speak.
Yeah. And that would also be somewhat open to other people who are still looking. But yeah, yes. So having a little bit more of the nitty gritty of like, this is the benefit of this particular kit, and that kind of stuff. Getting into that. Yeah, that's awesome. Yay! Thank you guys for sharing. So I'm sure the rest of you guys are probably wondering, how do I find out about all this stuff and help my people get involved? And how do I invite to groups where I know and love and trust the other people who are leading them and stuff like that? So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to go over to the, this is the enamoredamanda@sendowit.com, and I can post the link to this one in the comments, but this is the schedule for, people who are connected to me. These are always things that you guys are able to jump into and invite to. We've already had the Back to School Essentials class on the first Thursday of the month, which is my favorite. And thank you so much, Tammy Jo. This was sweet for you to mention, trying to avoid having things on the same night. Yeah, we can work through some of those specifics and go back and forth, like especially leading forward into September and all that. We can, I would love to like be able to kind of get like a real clear view so that there's, everybody knows like, oh, well, my friend teaches on Thursdays and Tuesdays, so she can never do that, but Wednesday's great, that kind of thing, to be able to invite to other locations. I think it's a great idea. And then of course having the webinar, like to be able to know and trust, like if I invite somebody to that and and get them a couple little items in their hands they can open up right there where they're like smelling the peppermint while everybody else who's on the webinar is also smelling the peppermint and things like that, or but still appealing to those individual needs. Those kinds of things I feel like can be, it doesn't have to be all on one person's shoulders. We can really, through networking with people we trust, we can have all those benefits. So this is where you guys would find out about it, enamoredamanda@sendowit.com. And this, so like the things that go on at my house, like on the 14th, and then the webinar that's on the 21st, I'll go ahead and pop in something related to emotions and essential oils in here also for Tammy Jo's, now that she's picked a date. But then there's also, the Facebook class. And for all of these kinds of things, the deal would just be like, the skincare one, I'll go ahead and pop into that. So, so when you guys are looking at this, go into the landing page like this. Will give you all sorts of information about what kind of information is going to be presented. And then it also, on the bottom, the reason that you might want to send people here is it does have they can register, and then that gives them details sent to their email or whatever in order to help them find the right location. And so because that becomes, pretty easy to share for like whatever it is you guys are trying to invite to. Okay, so that's one thing that I feel like you guys would need to know about. The other thing is, if you are not already empowered leaders, and you can let me know if you want to be, this is totally optional. It's really more for people who are going to be a little bit more specific and intentional about their sharing. But something that I really wanted to be able to show you guys, that even if you're not someone who feels like this is going to be like your, replace my income kind of a business, if you've ever kind of wondered, what do I actually need to do on a daily basis? Our upline leader, she's a Blue Diamond, her name is Katie Glasgow. She has gotten this kind of down to a very simple science, to where so here she has this summer challenge daily checklist, and I can post this into the link. Even if you are not, I'm thinking all the people who are on right now, well, maybe Natalia, but you have a way. There's some people who were on the call last night who do not do Facebook at all, but there are ways to still do some of these kinds of things, even if you're not like big into Facebook. But it is kind of like a neat hub to be able to get some of this. So, but some of these are super, super simple. And like if you guys take a look here at the August Summer Challenge for playing this particular kind of bingo game, it says, like to do one line of the bingo, meaning like you do each of these 5 activities, you pick a line, pick a direction you want to go in, and just do those things. You are guaranteed, we're not talking about entering a drawing, you are guaranteed that if you cross off one line in any direction, you get a 15 ml bottle of Align. That's one that's a little bit more, I think it's similar to Balance, but it's in the one in the yoga collection. It has totally different oils than Balance. Don't let me like dissuade you by saying it's just like Balance, but it's wonderful. Crossing off 2 lines in any direction gets a 15 ml bottle of Align plus a 15 ml bottle of Arise. Now that one is my favorite. Arise, amazing. You guys will love that. Crossing off the outside perimeter of the card gets a 10 ml of the Roller of Rose Touch. and then a blackout for the entire card. That means, and guys, it's really not all that many activities either. Like, like doing an hour a day, like if you were to do even less than an hour probably, it'd be very easy to get some of these things crossed off, and just sometimes just to have something so specific, to know like what you're going for is amazing. So simple stuff like set a time each day for your doTERRA and share your hours with your upline. That just means connect with me to say, I'm gonna work 30 minutes. I already have my people who I'm planning to call during this time, and I got my schedule set for this. So it's super simple, and then you got that crossed off after you talk to me about it. Hosting a Facebook or online class that your upline teaches, that can also be, just like super mega inviting, like intentionally getting like 5 people to do the one that that Marcella is doing. That would totally count. Or like really going all in and getting like 5 or 6 people to do the Facebook spoil experience. That would totally count. And all that is like inviting, like you're not even really doing all that much, right? So it's very, very doable. Completing your power of 3 in August, giving yourself a facial using doTERRA spa products. I know a couple of you and I have had fun. I won't name any names, but I know some of you can get your spa on. And then going to a new class or event that you never attended and talking to somebody new. Like these are all super simple things, right? And then you've got this whole line crossed off. So it doesn't have to be difficult, and it's all like moving the needle and getting you some good free stuff in addition to this. So I hope you guys will take advantage of this, the whole bingo card, the summer challenge. Especially because right here in August, we do still have, it was extended that you guys can win some free stuff from doTERRA. It's called the Precious Petals promotion. If you haven't heard of this yet, I can get you some extra details, but the basic idea is anybody can enroll somebody. And so if you have like your neighbor who's been like borrowing oils off of you for a while, just go ahead and be like, you know what? I think you really need these in your own home, so you don't have to keep asking me about them. Let's sit down for 5 minutes and get you plugged in, get you what you need, and there you have like one enrollment made, right? Super easy. And then with 2 enrollments, you get a bottle of Kananga. With 4 enrollments, you get a bottle of Jasmine. This is the pure stuff, guys. This isn't even Jasmine Touch. It's the real thing, And Rose is with 8 enrollments, or you can do 11 and get all 3. So I am really excited with the opportunities that you guys, have, like just because of being in this particular network, besides having the one-on-ones and conversations and things like that. I feel like this can really end up being something really good. I meant to point out also the fact that Marcella and Melissa, who's not on this particular call, have actually received several of the bingo card bonuses. And Marcella has also won a couple of the weekly drawings. I think she got 1 or 2 of those. But she's had, in previous months, she had, Marcella, do you want to pop on and tell people what you actually got the previous months?
I can't remember everything, but I know I've gotten Magnolia Touch, which is like my favorite thing now.
Yeah.
Like, look where all my oils are. I got Magnolia Touch. I think I got Citrus Bliss. Katie sent me a cool bracelet, which let me see if I can find that. I got DDR Prime.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I got this cool bracelet. I don't know if you guys could see that.
Oh, wow.
So Katie sent that with the Magnolia Touch. So yeah, a few things. So yeah, it's just fun, and it has really helped just to be encouraging and give me ideas of what to do to set up some healthy patterns.
Perfect. Yes. Yeah, because I think sometimes I like that you mentioned this whole idea of healthy patterns. It's not that the work is actually hard, but if it's new to you, then sometimes you just may not know like what steps to even take. So I really do like having it kind of spelled out and have it like almost not exactly instantly rewarded, but very short-term gratification as well as the long-term, because sometimes the long-term takes a while in coming, so to see like what it means to have like a little bit of investment every day. You know, that small amounts more often equals a bigger impact versus than a lot at once. So the same idea with using essential oils as with doing it as a business is, you know, the small amounts more often. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. And if you guys have questions about how to actually, you know, do some of these things, I'm going to share one more time. Share my screen. I'm gonna pop you over to Power Leaders. And again, these are all things that if you guys want to have more information on and you're not necessarily into Facebook, we can definitely still get you some of these things as well. So you have just, this is like an 8-minute video of Katie Glasgow doing something about online hangouts and reaching people from afar. We have Katie doing this other one, which is less than 15 minutes, about inviting with confidence and success. Rachel Fassini does a 10-minute one about creating a names list. She has some really good nuggets in that one. So these are all people that I've known and met because I've been to convention. And these are people who are kind of, you know, friends. And so like the 6-minute deal talking about sampling by Lindsay. So like the tools are here. There's like, you know, little nuggets, 11 minutes about month review and gratitude. So all of these things are here and are really easy to access and, you know, simplified and things like that. So the resources are here alongside with, you know, just being part of this group and, you know, just knowing that people are working at your speed as well, you know, and I love the idea of everyone kind of working in their own strengths and getting their resources, because the overall effect from that is just this explosion of momentum, but like in a way that people are like really comfortable with, like a super positive energy about nobody being pushed, you know, to like, well, if you don't host this class, I can't make a certain goal. Like there's none of that like yucky energy. It's all very positive, and I really dig the vibe that's coming from this already. And so even though I don't have like all 19 of you together right now, you're still kind of divided between who can make different call times or whatever, but yeah, just with the carryover of all of this, it's wonderful. Okay, that is the majority of what I had that I felt like I really needed to kind of get out there to you guys. And I think we probably still have about, what do we have? Maybe like about 8 minutes or so. I wanted to try to keep it to roughly 30 or something like that. So who has a question? Anyone have a question you want to pop on and ask real quick? Marcella's always got a big smile. I always think she has something she wants to say. No, not this time. Okay, that's cool. All right, I'll go ahead and pop off for now. And